let me know when you're ready, honey. Okay? We're going to change a little bit because we did make 5 5 YouTubes. And in every single one of those, I go over the protocol, the basics of what I like everybody to do, as a wellness coach, the basic things. So if you watch those 5 videos in the first 10, 15 minutes, you get the basics. So what I would like to do, Moshe said what he thought was a really good idea, is let's just start a little bit with a little bit of breathing, and then I'm going to go into what I wanted to teach you for today. We'll do a little bit of breathing, pranayama, they call it in yoga, some pranayama for health, and get us into a really elevated mood. And then I'll teach you something new, and then we'll open up for questions, comments, whatever, fun. Party on. So let's just take a few seconds to well, especially for me, have to calm myself down a little bit after jumping around. But just place your hands on your heart if you'd like to, or any place that you feel is calling you. A lot of times I have a lot of tension right below my navel. So a lot of times when I do my breathing, I place my hands right below my navel. Sometimes I do both. And let's just breathe so that your abdominals are coming out as you inhale. And when you exhale, it goes in. Because you're filling up your abdominals with air. So you really want the top part of your body should be really still when you breathe. And right below your navel should be going out when you breathe in, because you're filling up with air. So that makes sense. You're filling up. And then when you exhale, it gets smaller. So just do that for a few breaths, just calming down your nervous system. And let's just do a few alternate breaths. I went over that a little bit, but I didn't really expound on it that much. So what you want to do, the way I do it anyway, is I take my second and third fingers and I put them right here, almost like in between my eyebrows, or maybe a little bit above. I rest my thumb on one nostril and I rest my fourth and fifth fingers on the other nostril, just gently, okay? You're not closing them off yet. So let's close off the right, and my right probably is your left. So just close off the right, breathe in through your left. Close off the left and breathe out through the right. Inhale through the right. Close it off, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close it off, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close it off. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off. Exhale through the right. And let's just bring the hands down. I don't know if you noticed any changes in your nervous system, but this is a wonderful way to start the day. I practice this basically every morning. And it helps to balance the right and left brain. And you could do it slowly. You can do it a little faster if you want to, however you want to do it. But it's a really wonderful way to get your body into balance and get your nervous system, ready for the day. And let's just do a little bit of immunity tapping, right? We're going to tap on the thymus, which is our very important point for our immune system. So that's like right here's the clavicle, right? And then right below and in the center is really where the thymus area is. And I kind of like to do this whole area also. I mean, I focus here and then I usually go all the way around. Very good for your immune system. Very important. I mean, everybody I've ever spoken to who's a healer, this is like one of the things that they all emphasize, the thymus area. And even for emotions, like I remember reading a book by a psychologist, I forget his first name, but Dr. Diamond, I think was his name. And he wrote a book on emotional healing. And he said, even, for jealousy, you tap this part, which is kind of interesting to me, like it's not good for your immune system to be jealous, right? So we are exactly where we're supposed to be, right? And the more we love what is, the happier, healthier, holier we're going to be. Loving what is, that's what we want to do. That's the goal. The goal is to love what is. And one of my theme songs is, I am learning to treat myself as if I was someone I really, really love. Because a lot of us don't have enough self-love. We're full of criticism, of ourselves, of others, of the world, whatever. So, but charity begins at home. So learning to love yourself just the way you are is so important for the whole universe. Let the change you want to see in the world begin with me. Okay, one more thing before we go on to our new information. We're going to massage this super duper important point, right? This is so important for your healing journey. Massaging the web. Now, if you have trouble finding the web, you can just put your thumb and your index finger close together, and that little mound that's created, that little mountain over there, that's where you want to massage. And you want to massage it as firmly as you can. And I like to do like little circles. People also tap it. A lot of people, healers that I've learned from, they tap it as well. But massaging, this is excellent, excellent, very important for your whole digestive system, your intestines, your immunity. All the healers that I've ever learned from say that, and I said it last week as well, we dig our graves with our mouths, and I emphasize what goes into your mouth and what comes out of your mouth. So, but, you want your digestive system is going to affect every part of your body, right? So if you're not digesting your food, it's hard to get proper nutrition. So this is great if you have any kind of digestive issue, whether it's constipation, whatever. I don't want to go into all the details of it, but whatever you have, digestively, immune-wise, health-wise, you want to work on this part of your body very strongly, and do that, at least a couple of minutes a day. And it's really easy, easy schmeezy. As I think anybody who's been with me for a while knows, I'm into easy schmeezy. I try to make everything very easy to do, not too complicated, simplify it as much as possible. And of course, especially during this time, we need to keep our bodies really, really strong, really healthy, and really happy, focusing on the good, on the positive, whatever's working. And that's what we try to teach everybody every day on our classes. So if you take Moshe's class, my class, Elisheva's class, any of the classes at the center, you will find that this will really help your mood. So take as many classes as you can, because it's really important to keep those bodies circulate, the blood circulating, keep your energy up, stay positive. Okay, so I'm going to go into the protocol for supplements during the pandemic. I heard about it pretty early on. We found out about the pandemic in March, right? Most of us, right after the holiday of Purim. That's when we found out about it anyway. And so I started, calling all my people, all my healers, and talking to people and investigating, well, what should we be taking? And armed ourselves. We got our whole arsenal of the vitamins that we found out were the really important ones. And obviously, I'm not a doctor, and you have to check with your medical professionals, whoever they might be. Make sure you are in alignment with whatever your body needs. But it's really important. It's really hard right now, especially in the world, to get what you need from food. I don't care how great you're eating. I mean, you could be eating from the health food store, all the organic, all the non-processed. You could be a super duper vegan, and you could be whatever. Even if you were growing your own food in the most idyllic place, the world itself, the air quality, the water quality, maybe if you're living maybe in the top of a mountain someplace in outer Mongolia somewhere, I don't know, but we're not. I have no clue what the healthiest place in the universe is right now, but there's a lot of challenges. So in terms of the quality of the food and the air and the water, so everybody needs supplements. That's definitely my belief system, and everybody I speak to, and this is my passion. My passion is learning about healing, and I watch a lot of YouTubes, and I speak to a lot of healers, different people that I find out about whose opinions I respect. And I'm always investigating, what's another way that I can help people to get healthier, happier, holier. So, of course, everybody knows the big one, right? What's the big one? Vitamin C, okay? Now, there are different opinions about how much, okay? So, you have to, speak to your person, either your, health professional, your doctor, your nutritionist, your chiropractor, I don't know, whoever you work with. But the minimum that I have heard is 1,000 milligrams a day. I personally take at least 2,000 a day just for, regular, even without anything. I take 2,000 a day regardless, all year round. This is water soluble, so if your body can't use it, it goes, it leaves your body. So it's not an issue. In fact, when you feel a cold coming on or something happening, most people I know who are in the healing field go up to at least 10,000 a day when you feel something coming on, but of course in graduation. So you can buy the time release vitamin C. I think they come in 5,000 time release or 1,000 time release, and you take 10 of them throughout the day. And if you feel something coming on, but again, this is just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. So you have to follow your protocol. Now, one of the things that most people don't know about is the vitamin quercetin, okay? And most people that I've spoken to say you take quercetin, at least 250 milligrams of quercetin every day. So some people say 1, some people say 2. I personally take 2, and I've been doing that for quite a while. And, thank God, I want to just say something. Since I've been so much stricter because of COVID, I think I'm healthier than I've ever been. Because I've been so much more diligent about my supplements and everything. So, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I a lot of times, I have a lot going on in my life. So I have, a lot of factors that go into health, stress levels and, what's happening in your environment and all that. But it's really interesting to me. The B complex vitamins, so, that you can either get the 50 milligrams, 100 milligrams, again, speak with your doctor. B complex is really important, especially for stress levels. You want to make sure that. And if you do happen, and I hope you're not, if you do happen to be eating sugar of any kind, that depletes the B vitamins. So you want to make sure that you're taking B vitamins. And if you're vegan, like Moshe and I are, then you need to take extra B12. Zinc. Now, there's a little bit of controversy about zinc, okay? Some people say take 50 milligrams a day. Some people say take 30 milligrams a day, and then sometimes take a break. So, from zinc. I didn't investigate it totally yet, so I'll give you some more information about that next week, God willing. But it's really important. From what I learned, zinc is super important for your immune system. And most people, even scientifically, I was listening to some people yesterday, some people say even they've done scientific studies that if you're taking zinc, during a cold, it'll cut the cold down by 1 day, which is cool. Who wants to be sick for one more day? I feel like, they say, I think there's an expression, we're happy if we get 30 plus 10. We're happy if we get 70 years, right? So every day now is a bonus. Like I'm going to be 71 in March. So every day is a bonus day, I feel like, I'm on borrowed time here. I'm like, party on. And of course, the healthier you are, the happier you are. So melatonin, okay? Now, a lot of people associate melatonin with sleep. It is an amino acid, and it is used for sleep. And some people, like I've spoken to people who take 20 milligrams of melatonin. You want to get the slow release. I take mine at night, and you can take seniors generally need at least 3 milligrams, but you have to experiment with it and see how much your body needs. But at least from what I've learned, the minimum is 3 milligrams for seniors. Okay, so vitamin D. Okay, so vitamin D, again, at the minimum, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin D a day. I personally take 2,000 a day, just for regular, health. So again, get your vitamin D levels checked with your doctor because it's really important. And, to have it on the high end, there's like a normal range when you take a blood test. With vitamin D, you want to be up there. You want to be on the higher level because vitamin D is very important in terms of cancer. It's very important for your immunity. It's super duper important. And obviously, with the ozone layer and all that, you could be out in the sun like a really long time. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the vitamin D that you're supposed to get. And now, especially with the pandemic, a lot of people are saying that they're not even going out much. They're not getting exposure to the sunlight, right? As much as they used to. And now it's winter. So we're like, a lot of us are more enclosed and getting more enclosed. So, try to get out at least, 20 minutes a day, they say, in natural sunlight. But even now, like I was saying to Moshe, like, even when we go out now in the winter, like I'm all bundled up. I have this like my little, sometimes my little face, and now I got the mask over here. So so how much sunlight's really hitting my body? You know what I mean? Like, but so you want to make sure vitamin D is also very important for your mood, and a lot of people don't realize that your mood is very affected. I mean, everybody knows that when you go in the sun, when you're, like you feel different, right? You go in the sun, you go to the beach, which is also alkalizing the negative ions. It's kind of funny that they call it negative ions when it makes you feel so positive, but that's the world, right? It's a little bit like, topsy-turvy. There's a lot more I could tell you about, but I don't want to overload you. These are really pretty much the basics. I think I hit all the basics. Next week I'll tell you about a few more that I've learned about that a lot of people are taking now for the pandemic, a little bit of extras. Some people are taking, oregano oil and olive leaf extract, and there's a lot of things for immunity that echinacea, golden seal, there's a lot of things for immunity that we could talk about, but these are the basics. And I just want to tell you, a lot of people I know during pandemic especially, like they have to be really careful about their budget. So bottom line, if you can't afford, to get all these vitamins and get, the top vitamins, at minimum get a good multi, okay, a really good multi. And I would suggest something really fairly inexpensive you could do for your health is squeeze a lemon every day and drink lemon juice and boil up some ginger. Buy some fresh ginger, take a little chunk, boil it up in, let's say, 4 cups of water. If you get like let's say, I guess this would be like a 2-inch square of ginger, boil it up in like 4 cups of water and drink that with your water. Remember, we always spoke about having at least 1 cup of water for every 20 pounds of weight. Make it ginger water. This is like amazingly healing for your body. It's so wonderful. And a lot of seniors like suffer from, digestive issues, acid reflux, the lemon and the ginger and garlic. So, like all I can tell you is if your immune system is challenged, these are also some really less expensive ways to go than buying all these vitamins and stuff. And this will also really, really help. So I like to, let people know, like, there are different ranges. A lot of these supplements can cost people quite a bit of money. So if you're on a tight budget, or you don't have as much money to spend on all of these things, then incorporate some of these other things that are less expensive. So you can buy ginger, of course, preferably organic, but again, the organic stuff is like very, very expensive. So even the regular ginger, I hold by, I use it, it's fine. Certain things are more important organic than other things. The green leafy vegetables, I say, please, try to get organic. I know it's more expensive, but do yourself a favor. If you're going to eat animal products, please spend your money on organic animal products, because the way they treat animals and what they're doing today is like, it's really something not to be ingested by humans. So those are my tips for today. I'm going to open up. We have a few minutes left if you have questions. I know somebody asked me a question about, not yet, honey, about how to spell quercetin. So I'm going to spell it for you. It's spelled Quercetin. Quercetin. Some people say it a little differently. That's how I've learned to say it. I don't know. Quercetin. Okay, so I will.
Nechama?
Yes.
Nechama, hi.
Hi.
Well, as long as you're on that topic,